How much can you really learn from just a few seconds of chatter on a factory floor? Well, it turns out a whole lot more than you'd think. We've got this short, candid little audio clip from a local ammo factory, and we're about to tear it down word by word to figure out the entire story of what's being made inside.
So at first, yeah, it just sounds like noise, right? Just a random bit of conversation in the background. But if you listen really, really closely, hidden in those few seconds is this surprisingly detailed blueprint, not just of the product, but the process and even the people making it. So let's see what we can dig up.
Okay, let's get right into it. The whole thing, our entire investigation, it all hangs on this one sentence spoken in Hindi. Now, it translates to something like, "This is the iron 9mm one." This one little line, it's our Rosetta Stone. It's the key that's going to unlock everything else. All right, Section 1, Decoding the Dialogue. This is where we put on our detective hats. We're going to take that conversation and just pull it apart, piece by piece, and see what clues fall out. So the first and honestly the most obvious clue is just right there. They say 9mm, plain and simple. And that's not just some vague description, It's a precise technical name for what they're making. And that one little detail, it tells us so much. 9mm is one of the most common ammunition calibers on the planet. So right away, we know this isn't just any old factory. It's a place that's making a very specific and very popular product. Okay, let's look at the next part of that sentence. The speaker says, "This is the iron one." Think about that. They don't just say, "This is a 9mm bullet." Nope, they add this really important little detail about what it's made of. So why does that matter? Well, the key thing here is the distinction itself. Calling it the iron one basically screams that they make other kinds too, right? Most bullets are brass or lead. So making one out of iron or steel, that's not random. That's a deliberate choice, probably for cost, maybe for performance, and it's a huge factor in how they do things. Okay, let's pull another phrase out of that audio. Someone says, "Do another size too." See, this isn't about what they're making anymore, it's about how. This is an instruction, one person telling another what to do next. And that tells us something really crucial about the people involved. An instruction like "do another size," that means someone has to physically go over to a machine and adjust it. We're not talking about some giant, fully automated assembly line here. This is a hands-on, dynamic kind of workshop. Okay, so we've got our clues. Now for Section 2, the product profile. Let's take everything we found and start putting it all together to build a complete picture of what's being made on that factory floor. Everything really kicks off with that number, 9. That's the heart of it, the core identity of the product. And from there, we can build out the entire profile. And just look at how neatly this all lines up. The 9mm part, that's the caliber. The iron one, that tells us the material. Another size points to their process being adjustable. And get this, there's another word in the audio, dabi, which means a little box. That tells us they're even packaging the finished product right there on site. So there it is. The complete profile, built entirely from just a few seconds of chatter. We've got a 9mm bullet made of iron or steel. It's being produced in a workshop that can handle different sizes, that relies on hands-on skill, and even packages the final product right there for distribution. Amazing. All right, Section 3, what the clip reveals. We've built the product profile, sure, but so what? What's the bigger picture? What does this short little audio clip really tell us about this factory? When you picture an ammo factory, what do you see? Probably massive, anonymous, robotic assembly lines, right? But what we're hearing in this clip is the total opposite of that. It's all about direct human instructions, personal interaction. In fact, at one point you can hear someone say "Ustad," which is a term of respect, like for a master craftsman. This paints a picture of a world that's skilled and personal, not cold and industrial. And that right there is the biggest takeaway. What sounded at first like just some chaotic, noisy clip, it actually reveals a focused, human-sized workshop. This isn't some faceless corporation. It's a place where skilled people are talking to each other, working together to create something very, very specific. So we just deconstructed the entire manufacturing process of a 9mm bullet from just a handful of words. It really gets you thinking, doesn't it? How many other complex things are being made, not in those giant automated factories we imagine, but in small, skilled workshops hidden all around us, right in plain sight?